Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 3 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 3 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapters equations and variables. So let's just start with the lesson. Okay, here I am on grade 3 math. The chapter we're working on is equations and variables. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is identify equations, right? So, is this an equation 2 plus 7? The correct option is no. Why? The equation must have this sign, right? If it is like this, 2 plus 7 equals 9, you have an equality equation. This is basically, if you have an equality sign, that is an equation, right? That means 2 plus 7 is equal to what? You don't know what 2 plus 7 is equal to, right? So this is not an equality. If you have an equation, equality signs involved, that is an equation, right? Let's just start with the test question. So basically, an equation must have an equality sign, right? Is this an equation 15 equals 5 times 3? Yes, it is an equation, right? You see, you can 15 is equal to 5 times 3. You have an equality sign involves. So yes, that is an equation, right? The correct option is yes, that is an equation, right? Is this an equation 1 times 4? Yes or no? The correct option is no. This is not an equation. 1 times 4 equal to what? Right? So equality sign doesn't involve, so that is not an equation. The correct option is no. Is this an equation? 9 times 6 equals 6 times 9, which is the correct option. The correct option is yes, it is an equation, right? 9 times 6 equals 6 times 9. So yes, that is an equation. Is this an equation 4 plus 4? The correct option is no, this is not an equation, right? No, not an equation. Is this an equation? 10 equals 3 plus 7? Yes, it is an equation, right? The correct option is yes. Okay, the next one is this an equation 3 minus 2 equals 1? correct option is yes, it is an equation. 3 minus 2 equals 1. Yes, it is. Okay, the next one is this an equation 3 times 3? Yes or no? The correct option is no, this is not an equation. Is this an equation 2 plus 2? Yes, the one that are without equality sign are not the equations, right? 2 plus 2 is no, this is not an equation, right? Is this an equation 2 plus 5? The correct option is again no, that is without an equality sign. Is this an equation 6 times 5 equal 30? Yes, it is an equation, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So let's just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is solve for the variables addition and subtraction. Right? So let's just solve. Okay, solve for n. N plus 5 equals 9, right? You have to solve this equation for n. Basically, you have to find the value of n. How do you find, right? We can do all the operation, reverse operations, right? Like opposite to addition is subtraction. So you have to find the value of n here. N plus 5 equals 9, but 5 is adding to n. How do we undo this operation? Undo means you have to do reverse opposite this operation. You need to remove that positive 5 from here. So you need to subtract 5 from here, right? Because 5 minus 5 makes 0, right? But that is an equation. In equations, whatever you perform, whatever operation you perform on one side, you have to keep the equation balanced. You need to perform the same operation on both sides, right? Equality means you need to keep it balanced. So if you subtract 5 from right hand side, you need to do left hand side also, right? So here you have 5 minus 5 0, and here you have 9 minus 5 equals 4. That means the value of n equals 4. So the correct option is 4, right? Let's just start with the test question. Basically, you need to find the value of the variable, right? And for this, you have to isolate the variable. Isolate means on the one side you have just a variable, rest of the things are on the other side, right? So g, solve for g equals 3 minus 2. You can see here g is already isolated. The one side you have simply a variable, right? You can just solve this one. 3 minus 2 is 1, so the correct option is 1, right? Okay, solve for r is already isolated. You simply have to do 4 plus 2, so which is the correct option? you need to add them, right? 4 plus 2 equals 6. Can you guys please stop talking? What is this? Leaden and so what is this? The correct option is 6. Stop talking, everyone. Otherwise, I'm going to block you all. Solve for t. T plus 4 equals 9. Just focus on the lesson we are working on. So you have to isolate the variable t, right? Isolation means you need to remove that positive 4 from here. So opposite to addition is subtraction. That means you need 4 from both sides because you need to isolate t here. 4 minus 4 is 0, I know, right? And that we're working on the operations we have to perform, we're working on the equations we have to perform same operations both side, right? So t 4 minus 4 is 0, you're left with t here, and 9 minus 4 is 5, so the correct option is 5. The correct option is 5. Okay, the next is m equals 3 minus 2, which is the correct option. The correct one is 1. Very good. Okay, the next one is m equals 2 plus 4. So the correct option is 6. It is the correct option is 6. M plus 4 equals 9, which is the correct option. You have to subtract 4 from both sides, right? Because you need to isolate the variable m. So when you subtract 4 both sides, 9 minus 4 is 5. The correct option is 5. Okay, solve for u. U equals 7 plus 1, which is the correct option. It is 8. Very good. The correct option is 8. V minus 3 equals 4, which is the correct option. Eighty-eight. Stop, just write the answers once. Stop, I'm going to block you both. Opposite to subtraction is addition, right? V minus 3 equals 4. So you need to add 3 both sides because you need to isolate the variable V, right? So 3 minus 3 is 0, you're left with just V, and 4 plus 3 equals 7. So the correct option is 7. correct option is 7. Okay, solve for r, which is the correct option. You need to subtract 3 from both sides because opposite to addition is subtraction. You need to isolate the variable r. Yes, very good. You have to subtract 3 both sides, so that would be 3 minus 3. Here you are left with r, and 8 minus 3 is 5. So the correct option is 5, right? The correct option is 5. Okay, the next one is k equals 9 plus 1. So which is the correct option? Yes, it is 10. The correct option is 10. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let's just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is solve for the variable addition, multiplication and division, right? We have just finished with addition and subtraction. Now you have to do this exactly the same things with, but you have to multiply and divide here, right? Okay, solve for z equals 6 divided by 2. You need to divide 6 by 2. You need to count the table of 2 until 6. So which is the correct option? 'Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, solve for w, that is 2 times 4, which is the correct option. Two times 4 equals 8. The correct option is 8. Write the answers once. R equals 3 times 3, which is the correct option. It is 9. The correct option is 9. 3 equals 3D, which is the correct option. You have to no, not 9. You need to calculate the value of D, right? 3 is multiplying to D, and opposite to multiplication is division. So you need to divide 3 both sides because you need to isolate the variable D. You need to read from here. So 3 times 1 is 3, and 3 times 1 is 3. The correct option is D equals 1. The correct option is 1. Opposite to multiplication is division. You need to divide both sides by 3, and 3 times 1 is 3. The correct option is 1. Okay, the next one is 6 divided by 3 equals C, which is the correct option. Divide 6 by 3, which is the correct option. When you divide 6 by 3, the answer is 2. 3 times 2 is 6. The correct option is 2. You simply have to divide, right? The correct option is 2. Okay, G equal 2 times 3, which is the correct option. That is 6. You need to simply multiply them. 2 times 3 is 6. So the correct option is 6. Okay, 2G equals 8. So 2 is multiplying to G, right? You need to isolate the variable G, right? You need to remove that 2. How do you remove? You can divide, because opposite to multiplication is division, right? So you can divide both sides of the equation by 2. 2 times 1 is 2. You are left with G here. 2 times what number is 8? 2 times 4 is 8. So the correct option is 4. G equals 4, right? You need to divide, because opposite to multiplication is division. So divide both sides by 2. The correct option is 4, because 2 times 4 is 8. So the correct option is 4. Okay, U equals 3 times 2, which is the correct option. The correct option is 6. 3 times 2 is 6. You need to just multiply them, right? H equals 3 times 3, which is the correct option. The correct option is 9. 3 times 3 equals 9. Option number 3 is the correct option. Okay, 3c equals 9, which is the correct option. You need to divide both sides by 3. And 3 times 3 is 9. Yes, the answer is 3. Very good. Solve for z, which is the correct option. Here you can see z is divided by z divided by 2 equals 3. So opposite to division is multiplication, right? It is like this, z divided by 2. You need to multiply both sides by 2. 2 and cancel out, and z equals 3 times 2 equals 6. The correct option is 6. Right? The correct option is 6. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself. Ready to tell, let's just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is solve the variables addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. That is exactly the same we want just did, right? So let's just start with the lesson. Here you have all the 4 operations involved, right? They are like exactly the same we did the 2 lessons. Okay, b equals 6 divided by 2, which is the correct option. You have to divide 6 by 2. So which is the correct option? The correct option is 3 is the correct option. Very good. Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Okay, 2u equals 2, which is the correct. You have to divide both sides by 2, right? So u equals, because 2 is multiplying to u, right? So opposite to multiplication is division. You need to divide both sides by 2. Yes, u equals 1. The correct option is 1. The next one is b equals 6 divided by 2, which is the correct option. 2 times what number is 6? Yes, the correct option is 3. Okay, 3j equals 6, which is the correct option. You need to divide both sides by 3, because opposite to multiplication is division. So which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is 2. You need to divide both sides by 3, right? Because opposite to multiplication is division. So 3 times 2 is 6. The correct option is 2. Okay, C equals 3 minus 2, so which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is 1. 3 minus 2 is 1. N equals 3 times 3, which is the correct option? The correct option is 9. 3 times 3 equals 9. Okay, 6 equals h minus 3, which is the correct option? You need to add to both sides, right? That is 9. The correct option is 9. Okay, q equals 3 minus 1, so which is the correct option? The correct option is 3 minus 1 is 2. The correct option is 2. W equals 8 plus 1, which is the correct option? The correct option is 9. W equals 9. The correct option is yes, it is 4. The correct option is 4. Okay, V equals 2 times 2, which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is 4. 2d equals 6, which is the correct option? The correct option is 3. G divided by 3 equals 3, which is the correct option? Opposite to division is multiplication, right? Very good. G equals 9. The correct option is 9. K equals 10 minus 6, which is the correct option? Yes, 10 minus 6 is 4. The correct option is 4. F equals 8 minus 6, which is the correct option? 2 it is. Very good. Okay, t divided by 2 equals 2, which is the correct option? Opposite to division is multiplication. Yes, very good. That would be 4. The correct option is 4, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 3 math. The chapter we were working on is variables and equations. The lessons we have covered today are identify equations, solve for the variables addition and subtraction, solve for the variable multiplication and division, solve for the variable addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, right? So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9, right? Or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10. So if you have any questions related to the lesson we just did, you can ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. Okay, bye everyone.